Hey guys, welcome back to Shelp Prairie Farm. Today we're going to talk about potatoes, the seed potatoes, and what I usually grow or plant is the red seed potatoes. And now I'm sure Buttercup, I'm sure a lot of y'all already know how to do this, but my mom always told me as long as you plant before March 17th, you should have a good crop. Well, the Farmer's Almanac is saying that I can go ahead and plant some now. So I've already got some prepared, and I'm going to show you how I prepare mine. They need to be dried out. I did these about 2 or 3 days ago, so I'll probably plant these today. I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm going to plant them today or not. I may just wait and plant them Thursday. It's supposed to be really nice here in Oklahoma Thursday, or at least in my part of the country where this. Okay, so the other day I went to my local feed store and I picked up these red seed potatoes because this is what we really like. Whenever we run out or they start looking bad, I'll buy regular potatoes from the store, but I really like these red seed potatoes. So, but what I usually do is I just cut them up in chunks, and you have to let them sit for a couple of days so that way this part here will dry out or cure, however you want to say it. Now I used to cut as many of the eyes off as possible, but this year I'm trying to do things different every year. I'm trying to improve. So this year I'm just cutting them in chunks where there are several eyes on them, and I'm going to see if I get a bigger yield that way. And then I'm going to just drop them back down into this other sack, and I'll separate them later. But that's what I do. I just cut them off like this, and then later I'll show you how I plant them in the ground to this time. But I'll plant the ones that I've already cut up later this afternoon, and then on Thursday I will plant the ones that I cut today. It don't really matter when. Oops. As long as they're done by March 17th. But you can go ahead and start getting your seed potatoes planted now. It's a good time for it. And that's all you do. This is one of the plum trees. See those little bees? Those are little mason bees. They don't really produce honey. Well, they don't produce honey. But they will sure pollinate your fruit trees and flowers. They're very beneficial. They are really swarming. And since our fruit trees are all blooming, they're going to all get pollinated. These are the kind of bees that you want on your homestead. Honey bees are good too, especially if you want honey. Mason bees, they come out early when the flowers first start blooming, and that's what you really need. They usually have their hives within 200 to 300 feet from wherever they get their nectar from. That's a little mason bee. Hey guys, well it's day 2 and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and plant some of my potatoes. It's really nice and warm out here today and I'm already breaking a sweat and I may end up having to go change my clothes. It was a little cooler earlier, but now it's really warming up and the buzzards are really flying over. I guess they're waiting to see if I'm going to croak or not. But as you can see, I've got my rows dug, 2 rows dug for my potatoes. Now, everybody does everything different. This is how I do mine. I wanted long rows. I may bury them not quite as deep as everybody. May not even bury them as shallow as everybody. But this is how I do it. And when they grow, I'll probably pack a little bit more dirt around them. And then I'm going to mulch them to help with weeds. I've still got one more row to do, but I'm not going to dig it at the moment. I'm going to first see how many potatoes I have that I'll be able to plant. No need doing the extra work if I'm going to have to redo it. Now this method is actually called the trenching method. People plant them in straw, they plant them in buckets, they plant them in flower pots. I plant them in long rows in my garden, but these are called trenches. And they're about 4 inches deep. And you're going to take your potatoes, and with the eyes up, which is where the skin is, these little knobs, see these little knobs right there? You're going to plant them where they're up. And you're going to plant them about 12 inches apart. Just one every. And then I'll cover them up, and then as they grow, I'll mound a little bit more dirt around them, and then I'm going to mulch them. Well, my time in the garden is about done. I've planted other things that I didn't put on video because it was getting kind of warm, and of course I've already changed my clothes twice. And no shoes. It just gets warm out here, but I did get some onion bulbs planted. I got rest of my onion sets and got some garlic and some red leaf lettuce and some black Simpson lettuce planted. And so I've done quite a bit out here today. I didn't videotape everything, but I had to just hurry up and get it done. But so my potatoes are done, my onions are done. Got some garlic in the ground, got more lettuce, planted some more green leaf lettuce. And that's about it for today, or at least out here in the garden. Still got another project to do. Well, the day is about over. Well, still the sun is still up. We still got to feed and water everything. But at least I got all of my stuff done in the garden. And now hopefully it'll rain a little bit and water everything. So everything will start growing. I'm glad I can see my little radishes now. And I think I've seen a few carrots coming up. They'll be more noticeable in the next few days. Radishes only takes about 4 weeks from the time you plant them to the time they're really ready to harvest. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, but I hope you enjoyed the video today. And if you did, either subscribe or make a comment, like it, so I know that everybody is watching. Hopefully you'll find it helpful. I'm sure there's a lot of you that already knew a lot of this stuff, but there are some newbies out there. And again, this is how I plant my potatoes and my other vegetables. It's not set in stone. It's not how it's supposed to be, you know, dead set. This is just my way, and it's always worked for me. You can try it. You can do other things. Everything's a trial and error. Every year I figure out different things to do to help me along. Try to come up with new ideas. This is the first year I started the companion planting. Little dog's going across the road. I had to holler at her, so I had to turn this off for just a minute. But like I said, this is just how I plant it, and I always plant the potatoes before March 17th. You can do them at any time. It's just always got a good harvest if I did it beforehand. There's a lot of vegetables you can't plant right now. I wouldn't recommend trying to plant them right now. Tomatoes, bell peppers, banana peppers, cucumbers. I would not try to plant those right now. You could probably plant them by seed, I wouldn't plant them by plants. We still got that frost in April, and I have learned that you put them out now, the frost will get them. So I would wait. But potatoes, onions, carrots, lettuce, garlic, radishes, things like that, you can go ahead and put them in the ground now. But I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time.